Hello and welcome to this live once more. Thanks for joining us. Today we are going to talk about how to sell your high ticket programs. And if you have been in the coaching or consulting business, you know very well that it's important to have those back end, high end programs. But how do you sell your back end, high end programs, your one on one coaching sessions, your very expensive services that's the best for your business? And sometimes people get confused and get afraid to market these high ticket programs. And today, I want to share with you how to 7 ways to sell your high ticket programs. And I've listed them below in the video description. So, number one, you need to understand your buyer persona. Before you sell your high ticket program, you really need to understand the pain points of your buyers, your ideal customers. You have to truly and deeply understand them and offer solutions that will help them to solve their various problems. Remember that your high ticket programs and services should be able to solve particular problems. So, the higher value the programs, the more complicated and urgent the problems are, the more likely you are to sell to your buyers. And that means you really need to understand your buyer persona. This is the first thing that you need to do as a coach or a consultant. The first thing that you need to do, even before you come up with your high ticket programs, is to know your buyer persona. And in our coaching programs, we really help our customers to understand this. And this is a special training that we first of all do to make sure that you understand your buyer persona. So, number one thing, for you to be able to sell high ticket programs and services, you must be able to understand your buyer persona. Very important. Number two, you need to have some special high sales ticket script. I don't mean that you need to have a sales script that you read one by one as you communicate to your customer, but it is something that with time you should be able to at least apply it without reading. You don't necessarily have to read one by one and make sure that you follow every part of the script, but you have to understand the high ticket sales script. We have one for our coaching and consulting services, which we share with our clients. But you also need to have one that is relevant to your particular buyer persona. So it doesn't mean what one mistake that I've realized right now is that there are very common sales script that people are using. And when you have been on one-on-one sales calls with with most of these high ticket sales people, the script is almost the same. It's not customized as per buyer. They're like waiting for you to answer questions and then they follow up with whatever they want to say. They don't even listen to what you're saying to understand your problem, but they want to use the script. No, don't just use the script blindly, but have your script and use it depending on the client that you're serving. The third thing to do is that you need to help them envision what their success would look like. What I've realized, initially we were just doing funnels, websites, and digital marketing and Facebook marketing, Facebook ads. But when I realized that there's much more to the problems that the clients have, uh, that wants them to make the actions that they are taking. Somebody wants a website, somebody wants a funnel, somebody wants to make sales because of various reasons. Some of them want to take care of their families. Some of them want to leave their jobs. Some of them want to shift their careers. So there are different reasons which people can use, can have to want to take a particular decision. So if your high ticket coaching program is supposed to help them out of a problem, you need to sell them on their higher vision, and you need to really understand them and use their words. Uh, for those who are live, you can test on this. You can have a short session so that we can show you how this one works, how we need to sell you on their vision. You need not to make suggestions and to just sell your programs. But if, for example, you're talking to a client on a one-on-one basis, maybe on a Zoom call, on a Zoom 45 minutes or an hour call, then you want them to understand. You want to understand their situation and what they really want. Understand their reasoning and don't just force them to make a decision based on what you think they could need, but just be sure of what they need, so that when you sell your high ticket program, it sells to them and they really understand that this will help me. This high ticket program will help me to move to the next level, to take me to where I want to go to, not necessarily where you as a coach or consultant wants them to go to, but use their own words to describe what their future would look like after benefiting from your program. So you need to be solving their specific pains, and this even takes back to understanding our buyer persona. But this now, we are talking about, let's say now you're in the final process of selling your high ticket program, and you're on a one-on-one coaching session, or maybe a discovery session with this client. You need to notice what they really want. You need to really notice what they really want as a client, and then market them on that seamlessly, not being uh, what do you call it? Sometimes you might be afraid to sell your product or service, but when you follow up with a client, and you follow seamlessly into this, and you sell them into their vision, it's like they're the ones making the decision to move on, to start working with you as the next step. So you need, number four, you need also to learn from your competition. If you have competitors who are selling high ticket programs like yours, look at their successes, look at their mistakes, and then learn from their successes and mistakes. See what you can change to make them, to make your products and services be better off, your coaching programs be better off, so that they meet the needs of your specific clients. So go beyond the competitors. And number five, you need to eliminate low quality competitors. So you need to be high quality. You need to provide a value that's superior in the market. For you to be able to sell successfully, you need to be able to be superior, have a superior product in the market. Number six, talk price only after you're in the lead. Be like a doctor. You know, have you ever gone to any doctor, and before you prescribes any medicine, before he asks you any question, then they just prescribe, assuming that you have this kind of ailment. How would that one look like? So, as we know, doctors really charge higher prices, and most of the doctors are high ticket program. They like sell high ticket programs, and they really have to understand their patients uh, before they offer any medication or solutions. That's how we, as coaches and consultants, should really understand our clients before we prescribe anything for them. So that means before you really give a solution, make sure that solution is going to solve their problems. Don't just assume that you generally know that people need websites, people need, if you're a health coach, they need this kind of practices, they need this kind of diet, but really need to diagnose individual patients. Be like a doctor. You need to diagnose their main problems and understand each patient, understand each individual with their needs. Don't just prescribe something because for the sake of it, but prescribe something that will be useful to your specific audience. So if you're everybody is different. Not every consultant is the same. Not every coach is the same. Not every person who wants to lose weight is the same. Not every person who is in a difficult relationship, or they want to have solutions in their relationship, they're all different. So before you prescribe your programs, and you set what you want to do for them, before you even talk about the price, look at what solution you'll be giving to your particular customer. So depending on the complexity and the urgency of their problem, you could give different prices. And depending on the tools that you need, the time that you need, the effort that you need, so that is what will determine your price. So before you come up with the last price, before you even talk about the price, you need to understand the scope of the work first. And your particular audience, your customers will trust you if they know that you really understand their problem and you really will provide a solution to them. So if you're able to give a solution, you can charge as much as you can. Let's say you are a relationship coach and somebody is on the verge of divorce, and you're a coach who can surely help them to come out of that divorce. How much should you charge for that? How much should you charge for a parent who is losing a connection with the kids, and the kids are wayward? How valuable will it be for them if you can restore that relationship with them and their kids? How much would you charge if you're able, for example, to build funnels, like in our case, to build funnels for a client that will bring them thousands of dollars each month? Yeah. So your price should depend on the value that you give. And you should always, people are always looking for whatever they pay, they should get it, they should be getting value out of it. If you're paying 1,000 in ads, in Facebook ads, you should be able to get 2,000 or 3,000. And you will really be happy if you can spend $1,000 and get $2,000 back. If you can spend $2,000 and get $4,000 back, you'd almost want to spend $100,000 to get 100,000 back, if that can be consistent. So our clients, they always want to get value for their money, and they should be able to deliver more value than they pay for your products and services. So that includes even the high ticket programs. If you're charging $5,000 for your coaching, one-on-one coaching programs, you should be able to deliver value much more than $5,000. And that means you'll have a consistent flow of these high ticket clients, because these clients that you serve at high ticket will continue referring others to you. Yeah. So one of the other tactics that you can use, one of the other ways, the seventh way, is to talk to your clients about the experiences they had with a previous low ticket choices that they had made. Your client most probably has bought those $7 programs, $7 books, $17 courses, and probably these are courses which did not help them. Many a times, what happens in the world today, there is a low ticket offer of maybe $7. Somebody's just giving something that may not help. You really need to do much more for you to be able to get the results. But if you're offering a one-on-one coaching program or very high-end consultation programs, then you are very sure that you can deliver for your clients. And when they compare the experience they got with that $7 ebook, that $17 course, and your $5,000 program or $2,000 program or $3,000 program, they should notice a difference, and you should give a guarantee that your program would work for them. So those are the 7 ways that we wanted to look at briefly for you to be able to sell your high ticket program. Number one, understand your buyer persona. Number two, use a proven script that works and customize it for each client. Help your clients. Number three, help them to envision their success and future. If, for example, they want to move out of employment and maybe begin to be self-employed, from being employed, they want to start their own business, then sell that vision to them. So sell them on their vision and look at, as they take action, they should take action looking at their vision, and that would involve payment as well. Learn from your competition, their successes and mistakes. Eliminate your competitors. Uh, Talk price only after they're convinced about the services that you're offering. Don't say it in advance. And that's the first thing you say. Actually, one of the things I do not do, if somebody asks me, what do you charge? You can give an average maybe at the beginning, but again, resist telling your price in advance. It's better to give your price after they have seen the value of what you are offering. Sometimes they could be comparing your product with another product, but when you say your price, they will just compare it on price basis. But be like a doctor and give your price after diagnosing the problems that your client has. Then contrast the results that you will give with the low cost choices they have made in the past. If you have any question, feel free to ask your question, and we'll be glad to answer your questions. It doesn't have to be this time. Even if you're watching a replay of this video, this live, then you can also ask question. We will, in the comment section, we will always come up with answers even after this live. So that's the short live session that I wanted to have with you. If you have any questions, feel free to ask any question. If you want to be live with us, if you're a coach or a consultant and you want to be live with us, maybe marketing your business and sharing your experience that you've had, then feel free to do so. Otherwise, I wish you well. I'm taking it easy this weekend. It's been a long weekend, and I hope we are picking up. How we have one more day to go in Kenya. Maybe in other areas they don't have that because it's not an official day in every country. Otherwise, have a nice time and feel free to contact us. You can book a call with us if you have a problem that you may have a solution to in terms of digital marketing and building funnels. You have left the link that you can contact us with below this video. Right. Have a nice time.